Morning. It's day 3. We camped at Jarrard's Creek last night, and the wind didn't stop at 9 p.m. It blew hard until probably 5 o'clock this morning. Really some strong gusts last night. Right now I'm about 1 mile northbound of Jarrard's Creek, starting the Blood Mountain climb, which up to this point, this is apparently the toughest climb. So I think it's like 2,000 vertical feet over 4 miles or 4.5, so it's not too bad. Temperature this morning probably 36, 37, and we're supposed to have a 10-degree gain in temperature every hour. There's Katie up ahead. She left a little bit before me, and I'm finally catching her. Not like I'm trying though. Getting up and hammering out a big climb first thing in the morning is always interesting, but these doggies were barking, so we got out at a good hour. Anyway, we'll check in later. We'll be going through Jarrard Gap today, and we'll just see how far we make it. Yesterday we closed out at 19 miles, not because we wanted to, and we still camped at a crappy location because of the wind. Anyway, I'm just being quiet because there are people out right now hiking, but as you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be the nicest day that we've had so far. Southbound, and then we're going to be this ridge over here in this big hill, I believe is what we're going to be climbing. And then we're going to be heading this way. We're right by a shelter. I don't know what the name of the shelter is, but it's from between Jarrett's and Blood Mountain. Katie's over there using the bathroom in the woods. That's why her bag's down. But you can see it's a really nice day. Time for breakfast on the top of Blood Mountain. Very, very beautiful day. What a climb. It's 10 a.m. We left at 8:30 from Jarrard's Gap. Well, we're 10 miles in on day 3. We've done about, I don't know, it's 5 miles down to 5 miles down to Nibbles Gap, and then we've just been cruising since there. Blood Mountain was our first trek this morning. I didn't realize when I checked in I was halfway done with Blood Mountain. The top part of it's pretty steep, which is cool, but yeah, it's been a nice set of woods. We're I guess we're about 40 miles from where we kicked off on Thursday from Amicalola. So yeah, I'm just cruising up the mountain right now. We're just gonna go for a couple more hours. Yeah. See the views out in the distance. The nice thing about the leaves not being on the trees is that you actually get to see some views from this ridge, and which includes the top of Blood Mountain. You can see downtown Atlanta. It looks like it's, I don't know, 60 miles away. It's amazing it's that clear today. But yeah, this is just kind of a sweet area. And then over here, like, you can look into the interior mountains as well. There have been a lot of cool towns that we've seen. You know, it's funny because this is kind of like the front range of mountains north of Atlanta that we've been hiking along. We haven't really gotten into the inside yet, but we'll get to that here in the next couple days, I'm sure of it. Looks like we're coming up to the top here. One heck of a view today. It's a beautiful weekend. There are lots of people backpacking today out here. So we'll definitely be competing for camping sites tonight. And we're going to be heading over this way. Sun sitting over Blood Mountain. That's where we started this morning at about 8:45 on to the right side of it, down in that gap. It's crazy. I think today's gonna end up being another one of those 20-mile days. Georgia does not disappoint. That is the lesson of week 1. And it's only day number 3. But this has been a beautiful state. All right, here's the wrap up of the day. I don't know if you can see. Hold on, I'll try to point this out. Here we are at our campsite. But that big mountain right there, last night when I was wrapping up, I was actually on that little ridge over there, right there. And I came down, we camped in the gap on the other side of that big tall mountain. In the morning we got up, climbed to the top. That was Blood Mountain. Went down in Nibbles Gap, climbed up out of the gap, up this mountain. Went down in this like kind of low ridgy area. Screwed around in there looking for water for a while. Ran into quite a few other hikers. Came over here, and then you see this little gap over here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's right there in that lighted area. Went down there, caught some trail magic from Doug, Donna, and Hannah. Really, thanks guys if you're watching this. Then that climb up to the left, that was a really tough climb. And then we caught a huge view out towards our Atlanta, probably our last view of Atlanta for the trail. And then we just headed in over here, and voila, about 5 miles later. So the total for the day was 15. Anyway, that's the end of day 3. And we caught this cool campsite tonight up on a ridge, and it's supposed to be light to moderate winds, and all the way around us, ridge life. Good night.